What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Ryan's radar chart analysis. It is the 9th. I think it's Tuesday. Yep, it's Tuesday. So technically Wednesday for training days. I just got done doing our live analysis for the pay groups. Now, this is what we're looking at, right? We'll dive right into it. So the analysis for last night was that we were bullish. And the reason why we were bullish is because there hasn't been any confirmed breakouts to the low, right? There's no breaks, nothing saying that this is going to keep going, right? We can assume it is. And the reason why I'm more biased towards it actually dropping a little bit more is because we did have a demand zone right here. For those of you that can't see it, this box right here, down, boom, bring it over, right? That is a daily demand. You can see price close beneath it. The moment price closes with a full body candle beneath it, it becomes invalid, and they usually go towards the next zone. So that helps paint that picture of a continued drop. That doesn't mean you want to start selling it because it could stop on a little high, hit some other supplies before it goes back down, but it does paint the picture that we want to be looking for sells. Now, I'm not favoring it. This is a reversal pattern. This could be an inverted head and shoulders. A lot of people would think that. You got the left shoulder, the head that's deeper than the left, and then the right, which is higher than the head. And it could shoot up a little bit. That is possible. But ideally, if you guys really want to get this right, you should be patient unless you are scalping or intraday trading, which rather you need to be in and out of the market. So you are either going to be waiting for a drop, break of the supply, or demand, pull back, retest, drop towards there, right? That could take a couple days. That might take a week, depending on how long this range adds up for. The other option is price respects this inverted head and shoulders that it's created for some reason, and it breaks up to the upside, hits these previous highs, breaks them, pulls back into some of the demands that are formed on the way up, maybe a little bit lower, and eventually goes up to here, thus creating the overall drop we would need to see. So you just need to be patient, have that faith, and see exactly what's going to play out. If you guys are scalpers, if you're intraday traders, then ideally these are your zones you want to be paying attention to. You have your previous lows of days, you have the low day from the other day, and you have this 15 minutes of supply that has been respected. So wait for London session, wait for New York, see what highs or lows are created, and we're going to use those during New York session tomorrow morning to see what our best entry is going to be, or if we even want to trade. So that's what we're looking for. Euro USD. I would say it's sideways. Either be patient and wait for the breakout in the higher time frame, or get in, get out at recent supply and demands that form during these next sessions coming up, and get your profits. So for GU, we're kind of seeing a similar thing. It's not as accurate as it's not as similar as like NU or AU, but GU is in the ballpark of potentially just continuing the range that it's in, right? So if you see here, you got resistance, you got some support here on the daily. But as you can see, one of the analysis that we went over last night was if price was going to repeat itself, we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So price is gradually moving up while simultaneously being inside of a range. Now, if this does repeat the patterns, then we could see price push up. But again, when you're in a range, price can do whatever the fuck it wants. It could drop, it can continue. Like, look at this. Everyone thought this would be a pullback and continue, and then they dropped all the way back down and then went all the way back up again. So you just have to be careful, see exactly what you're getting into. Don't just assume everything is going to continue in that direction. It does look good. If you're looking at a 4 hour, I mean, this looks beautiful for continuation, right? You got the wick. Look at all the wick here, pushed up, wick here, pushed up. Now you got two wicks. We would assume it's going to push up, but you can't just assume that when you got like some sort of trend going on. You got a trend line here, they're trapping traders, they got liquidity here. They're gonna want to go fill in that gap soon. It's just a matter of if they're gonna push up to these upper levels first before they do that, or if they're gonna do that sooner than reverse. But ultimately, we're in a range. We just need to be careful of what we want to see happen, because if it breaks down beneath this here from a higher perspective here, if it drops beneath this, then we're going to be looking for a pullback into it and then a drop. If it continues into the zone, either it's going to respect it and drop, or it's going to break it, retest, hit these daily supplies, maybe pull back a little bit, and then continue to the weekly supply that's up there. Now, if it does decide to drop, it'll drop to here, like I said. Well, actually, sorry. Let me draw these out accordingly so I know. We're going to have multiple variations of it. Drop, pull back these ways, or rise, drop, or rise, break, pullback, rise. Right. So that's what we're looking at on the daily. This could take a couple weeks to play out, but we just have to see how it wants to go. And just be safe. Don't try to assume you're going to capture the macro move you see in a higher time frame by taking a trade on the 15-minute. Done it before. You hold the trade too long, and you're going to be sitting there knocking your head on the side of the wall, saying, "I could have took my profits. I could have took my profits. I was in profit. Why didn't I take my profits?" So don't be like that. Don't be like what I used to be. Take your time, find the right entries, get your profits, get out. So, with that being said, everyone here, I will see you tomorrow. Let's see what we can get for the midweek reversals potentially coming up. If we potentially get out of these ranges, if not, we'll see what's available tomorrow. See what price gives us. So, everyone have a great night. Talk to you later. Peace.